as bad as we can be, the contagion is worse. And we hold no illusions of being clever or powerful enough to wrangle a pandemic to work in our favor. So you can't control a plague. That's a good way to get yourself and anything else you value, cherish, or claim mastery over wiped out. Hello everyone, we are Vorpal Tales. We present a plethora of terrifying tales and awesome adventures for your viewing pleasure. For those who may be confused, as we are on Occultist Anonymous channel, it's Onyx PathCon, day 1. We hope you are already enjoying yourselves so far. But myself, I am Dwayne, Made of Kimchi, all over the interwebs. I will be your storyteller for this tale right now. Right now, we are going to present you with Season 2, Episode 3 of the Contagion Chronicle, No Time for Reality. Now, because Onyx PathCon is going on right now, make sure that you guys are heading over to all of the stuff that is going on the Onyx Path Twitch channel, on Occultist Anonymous Twitch channel, Classic Age Plays, Dork Tales, and of course, our very own Vorpal Tales. Make sure that you guys check us out, twitch.tv/Vorpal Tales, and check out our YouTube, youtube.com/c/Vorpal Tales, and of course, vorpaltales.com. You can enjoy all the sorts of Onyx Path deliciousness with us, including Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Mage the Awakening, Mage the Ascension, and They Came From Beyond the Grave, with more to come in the fall. Be sure that you guys give a shout out to Onyx Path and follow them on Twitch, and also drop a follow here and on Vorpal Tales. All of your support helps keep all the things awesome flowing through the airwaves. And with the con ongoing, there are massive sales and releases going on. Number 1 being the Trinity Continuum Aberrant release. Of course, the Exalted Essence Kickstarter is now ongoing, so make sure you guys head over to Kickstarter and check that out. Also, there is an insane amount. There are cats and dogs living together. It is insanity. Books, screens, dice, 50% off at IPR. And on Drive-Thru RPG, there are 14 PDF bundles that are on sale. Make sure that you guys head over there and check out the Onyx Path publisher page on Drive-Thru RPG. All kinds of awesomeness going on. But away with our normal intro. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Players, tell everyone who you are and who you will be playing today, this afternoon.
Hey, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, and tonight I will be playing the Zeki Promethean Irene.
Greetings, I am Eldritch Echoes Online, and tonight I will be playing one of our 2 mages, the creepy one, who surprised nobody.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, my bad.
I was
Go
like,
ahead. My bad.
yeah, we're all good. Hello, my name is Mare. You can find me at Oh Hello Mare here on Twitch and on Twitter. And I will be playing our Unfleshed Promethean, Essie.
Hello. I'm Kisama. I'm a little confused at the moment. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. And today I will be the Mummy Karo.
And I am Corey Frang, aka Narf, which is my last name spelled backwards. I don't know if I just blew any minds or not, but yeah, right. And I'm gonna be playing Kilowatt, the other mage, who's not creepy, and is probably too good for this game.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or as a hit to the gut.
No, like lawful or like good versus evil.
Gotcha.
Good versus evil, probably
cinnamon
too
bun
moral
level?
for this game.
But okay, gotcha.
He's too good for this world.
Yes.
Like a donut.
Our world is weak. Awesome. We are down 1 changeling today. Miss Emo Fox will return to us next week when we continue our chronicle. But she is there lurking in the chat. But, Mare, Essie, could you please regale us with the happenings of our last session?
Yeah. Where's it at?
Or who was doing it? Was it Rachel? Were you doing it?
Yes.
I
Bringing up the
forget.
document right now.
I am crossing all the
Okay,
streams.
I couldn't
Bring it.
remember who was doing
We're on
it.
a different channel.
I think you two decided to trade off.
We were trading off, and then
Oh, that's right.
she
This
did
time-
it last week, and then I'm supposed to do it this week. I'm just
There, see, I was okay.
yeah, you're on it. Okay, cool. Where's the link? I had forgotten. Da-da.
It's in the Discord.
It is in the Discord. The which one?
The Contagion Chronicle.
Oh, got
channel.
it. Clicked it. I got it. There it is. Hey. All right, here we go. We open up on Caro and the dead bodies surrounding her. This is very confusing for her, and she decides to step outside to see what the world is like now. The city seems to her large but empty. She begins walking north, following some speeding cars and arriving at an automobile collision and an out-of-place manor. Back at the bar, our mysterious bartender says one of the ostensible team has gotten into some trouble. She brings out her phone and sends Kilowatt a Google Map location somewhere near the Museum of Natural History. Irene volunteers to drive, but does keep the music up to avoid awkward conversations. On arrival, Santos uses his mage sight to examine the setting's supernatural nature. He doesn't see a house, but rather a large facility. He rips a hole in the world, through which come some tentacles and screaming, and takes Kilowatt into the magical dimension. Meanwhile, Emma Rose and Irene try poking through the manor, but utterly fail to spot Garo. Essie can sense our presence through her heat vision, but we continue wandering through the house, surmising only that there is something extremely supernatural about this place. The mages, however, have an entirely different experience. Kilowatt charges their gun with magical energy, and they encounter a sign reading only tubes, and some fire escape style stairs. The stairs seem to go up forever, so they decide to investigate the tubes. It's pretty much what the sign said, a room full of giant brass tubes. Nothing seems to be labeled, but there are quite a lot of levers here. Santos begins pulling levers at random. A feminine voice comes out of the tubes, asking why they're in her home. She appears to be stuck in some way. Santos thinks he might know how to free her, but he doesn't want to do it for free. Around the same time, Emma Rose and Irene hear screaming and thudding. Irene also senses the presence of another Promethean and follows that feeling while Emma Rose continues on. Emma Rose, followed by Caro, ends up in a kitchen where it seems clear a struggle took place. There are blood trails and drag marks leading out of the kitchen, up to a locked door. Her curiosity piqued, Caro teleports behind the door. There's no handle on the other end, so she just calls out, "Stand back." Emma Rose is quite confused by this, but does take a few steps backwards. Caro uses her double-headed axe to chop through the door. She awkwardly introduces herself to Emma Rose, asking what year it is and what place she's in. After introductions are complete, the two continue following the blood trail down a set of stairs. Meanwhile, Irene and Essie have a very awkward introduction, but do decide to be each other's friend. They proceed to find where Emma Rose and Caro have gone off to. In the mage space, Kilowatt continues his discussion with the voice in the tubes. She does not like the randos very much, accusing us of hurting her children. They determine that there's some kind of magical effect on the house, keeping any supernatural creature from leaving. Santos zots away and back into the real world, warning us that it's time to go. As we're making our way out of the house, Essie passes what looks like a workshop and an operating table containing the dissected remains of one of her sisters. She rushes in, hoping to save her. Irene follows, as does Santos. Some kind of process seems to be repairing or remaking this Essie sister. She gets up, walking over to a large tube apparatus and getting inside. Essie sees 8 storage units. As Essie goes into the room, another human body appears through a chute. The animated room begins the process anew, taking the body apart and putting it back together. Santos makes a comment about what's going on to Irene, but she's not listening. Instead, she pulls out her gun, starts firing wildly at the machinery. Essie forces open the containment canister, but her sister stares back with a blank, black stare. At the same time, Anki casts a spell to break every screw, bolt, and nail in the room. It works, messily so. Essie recognizes 3 sisters who we grab, but the canister Irene shot began catching fire. There you go.
Yes, and the escape montage occurs as you run through this building / facility out the front door with fire hot on your tails. But you guys make it out. Puffing and puffing, trying to catch your breath. You stand in the nicely cut lawn of this house with Essie's 3 sisters in tow. Some of them full, some of them missing pieces.
I think it's time to leave.
I remember trying to increase velocity, but it didn't work. So I'm now trying to increase velocity the normal way.
With my feet.
I'm already in the car.
It will be tight fit, I think.
Are any of my sisters looking semi-conscious, or are they all just kind of?
No, they
Howard.
have this. They're conscious in a sense.
Can you make the trunk a little bigger, Anki?
Yeah, that was the next question.
I can certainly try. I'm going to try that with my newfound rush of power, Dwayne, because more gnosis now. Hold on.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Who are we putting in the trunk?
I guess me and my sisters, so that I can see if there's any sort of basic repairs that I can do.
Yes, they are conscious, in a sense that you understand because you are robotic in nature. There's no.
Yeah. I guess what I would like to do is, if I am being put into the potentially mildly enlarged trunk with my sisters, I would like to be able to, using either like crafts or repair, my skills within that, to try and see if I can catch some of their memories or whatever data that they had, data retrieval.
Okay.
Can you make the back seat bigger instead? I don't like treating you like cargo.
No, because if we do that, people will see it.
It should be okay. I'll go in with them, assuming it's big enough.
So Anki's gonna pocket dimension this
Working on
trunk.
it.
As you start to get
It's
ready
bigger
to
on
do
the
this.
inside.
Mm-hmm. The TARDIS trunk.
It's the TARDIS trunk. Anki, you hear.
Paradox. Yay.
Roll for TARDIS trunk.
Alternatively, we could just make it go somewhere, but that's probably harder.
No paradox. Let's see if it actually works.
Didn't we just use the other chariots? Just looking at those 2 cars that were parked out front.
I mean, one of them's pretty messed up. The other one, you could probably get to drive. However, it's got a, it looks like it was in a big car accident.
Critical success, which means I'm going to use the free reach to make it bigger on the inside than the outside, so that they actually can sit up and have comfortable space and move around.
Aww!
It will last for one scene. Carry on.
Yay!
Okay.
I'll jump in there with them with my bag full of whatever gear I brought with me, which might have something useful for a repair task.
Yeah.
Perfect.
To Irene, I say, it's actually more space back there than in the back seat. They're fine.
Yeah, so as you guys are loading up into your car, Anki, the last thing that you hear, and Kilowatt, you get a wisp of it as well, because you had traveled to this thing's heart, in a sense. All you hear is a "Thank you for stopping by. Come back anytime. I enjoyed our dialogue."
I silently acknowledge it.
That was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? I'll say to Essie.
Did I get to hear that as well?
No, you did not hear that. Only the mages did.
Okay. Mm-mm. Hear what?
The house invited us back.
No.
Oh, and thanks for the arcane beat, Anki, for giving me a pocket dimension for the first time.
You're quite welcome.
Guys just bouncing off each other the whole game. All right, so the question being, you guys are all loaded up. Where do you go?
Where does Essie want to go?
Essie, I don't think has so much of a destination in mind as she is focused on her sisters right now, trying to figure out how to see if she can collect whatever memory, if there is any data memory left on them. Because she wants to know what happened and how they got here out of all of the places, like especially 3 of them. If they all ended up here, what drew them here?
Do we go
Back to the bar?
Bar?
Yeah, because
I was going to suggest either the bar or my house.
Okay, I could take you to my house, but I don't think it would be good for any one of you.
I think we should let our hostess know we were successful.
I'll drive to
Sort
the
of.
bar. Irene will
Yeah.
drive back to the bar.
yeah, because Essie has no idea about the bar or anything. She just followed it here. She's like, "Hello, we're all friends now, I guess."
Yes, Essie and Caro have no concept of this bar yet.
Oh, yeah, turn to Essie and just be like, hello, I am Caro.
Hello, I am Essie. Are we friends now?
Yes.
Good.
If it was only this easy in real life. Hello, are we friends? Awesome.
Essie with her kindergarten mindset, but like worlds of brain in there.
So, do you want to try and extract these memories en route?
Yes, I would. I have 1 for computers and 2 for craft, with repair being a focus. Like 1 with computer, and my specialty in that was data retrieval. So
I can assist
Yes.
Yeah.
on those as well.
This is going to need some assist, and this is definitely going to be some extended.
Mhm.
Going to need a lot of successes, because not only do you need to get past the protocols that were put in place that you know about, Essie. These bodies have been changed by the house. So there are biotechnology kind of weird things that have been added on that you don't quite understand.
Okay, so because I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly with it.
So what I'm gonna want,
Yeah, because I know that there's like the equivalent of spending things like willpower and such in this game as well, because I want to try to do that same thing where I am trying to get as many successes as possible.
yes, if you spend willpower, you
gives
get.
you,
Go ahead, North.
I think it's 3 dice, right?
Correct.
I'm just double checking to see that my willpower is correct, because there's not a lot of willpower. Yeah, no, she doesn't have a lot. She's got 3 willpower total.
If it plays into your virtue or vice, I believe that's how you regain willpower.
So I have
that,
so for mine, we have Elpis, which is joy, torment, which is paranoia, and then but one of my aspirations with this is repair something. So within this,
well,
if I need
he's-
to like repair whatever sort of module exists in my sister, then maybe. I don't know.
aspirations give you beats when you
Beats,
achieve.
that's a
Yes,
different.
yes.
Thank you. Okay.
So let's start with the hacking.
Okay.
So I'm going to need computer
Mm-hmm.
and intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Computer and intelligence. Okay.
From
And then
both of us, or just
How would you like to assist Kilowatt?
in any way I can. I have probably 3 laptops in this backpack. All the cables you'll need to connect to anything.
my dude.
You realize very quickly that Kilowatt is definitely a computer and electronics expert, though not necessarily like in the way.
Yeah, we're a little different. We're made a little different.
Yep.
All right, Kilowatt, why don't you go ahead and roll me give me computers plus your gnosis as a die pool.
That's an interesting one. Sure. 10 again.
Yes.
10 again is what? Yeah, that was my next question. Okay.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Hold on. I only
Did mine not work? Clicked 10 again.
Yeah, Essie, hold off on yours for a second. Let's see what
okay.
Kilowatt gets.
5 successes.
Awesome. Add
Oh.
5 die
Add 5 die to
to
mine.
your roll, Essie.
Sick. Okay, I'm just gonna do it manually then. Oh yeah, this has the weird formula, right? Isn't there like a strange formula? Sorry, I just want to make sure that I do it right since I'm going to be doing it manually. Here it is. Okay. So add 5 die to what I've
Add
got.
5 die on whatever you're rolling right now. This is
Alright,
going to
so
be an
that'll
extended
be
roll. You're going to need
1, 2, 3,
multiple successes.
4. So that'll be 9. Well, if I spend a willpower,
You get an additional 3.
get an additional 3. I think I would like to do that just to see if we can get that going. Okay, so 3 plus that's 12. So it's rolling 12 d10.
Okay.
5 successes
All right.
and a couple 10s. 2 10s, 2 9s.
They already re-rolled.
Oh, those already re-rolled? Oh, they re-rolled like that. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Okay, 5 successes. Go ahead and roll it again.
Okay. That same 12.
That same 12.
All right. 4 successes.
And roll it one more time.
Four successes.
Okay. Got a little bit of an overage, so we're good. All right. So as you're plugging in Kilowatts computers.
Also,
Yes.
before you describe this, I would like to activate my transhumanist attainment of transmission. So if anything with hijack, if anything is trying to send information out of this trunk, I'm trying to make sure that it is filtered through SE.
Ah. Okay.
Cool.
So as you're hooking yourself up, Kilowatts hooking up his computers to your sisters. You're hooking yourself up. You're diving into these data banks. It takes you a good 30 minutes to even get past any of the blocks that have been put up, because due to whatever modifications have been done, extra blockages have been put up, extra firewalls and whatnot. But what you are able to learn is that the facility where you initially were at was attacked by, from what your sisters can discern, an unknown group of assailants. Highly skilled, highly dangerous, highly advanced. They included a number of actual, regular humans with high-powered munitions, a number of deviants, and a number of mages.
So we had deviants, mages, and they were all, and it was like an organized group.
This was an
altogether?
organized strike.
Were there any symbols that would be recognizable, or were they all like? Sorry. Yeah.
It is one that you have never,
Mhm.
you don't recognize, but you are able to get a rough schematic of it. It is kind of like a, for a lack of better terms, a rectangular O.
Rectangular O. Cool.
Almost rectangular, triangular O.
Rectangular, triangular O. So, as Essie's getting this information and she's just processing through all of it, if she's connected to the computer, could she send an image of any of that to Kilowatt's computer, just as she's doing it, like maybe sketch it out like Microsoft Paint style? Do you know what this
Yes,
means?
because this is something that you're not totally, like, it's not something that you recognize, and you're having to pull it through layers and layers of cryptics. Gonna need give me.
I think there's something with, maybe I'm thinking of another transmutation that I had been looking at. It's perhaps, I probably don't have it, but there's one that was called Translator's Memory. I don't think I have it in my set that I have, but I also don't think that I used up my beads to do experience or whatever with it.
So
But
you don't need to transfer it to me, because part of that rope basically means I'm already aware of all information that's flowing through the
oh,
table
so you're
Okay,
getting
I'm
everything.
touching.
That's there.
Cool.
Yeah, so, and also because I have Prime, I can sense like absolute truth within it.
There you go.
And I would be using Mage Sight if there's anything occulty,
Mhm.
if it helps. I don't know if it does on it.
Yeah, like would he be able to, or would Kilowatt be able to?
With your rote active and Prime,
Yeah.
you can push past all of the encryption and whatnot, and you get that perfect symbol.
Image.
And once I actually find it, I will put it in chat.
Perfect. Take your time. But yeah, so Essie is definitely kind of processing through all of this and would make eye contact with Kilowatt. There were some of you there. Not you, but mages.
I know.
Why?
I don't know.
And Essie's taking a moment and looking over the form, the mutilated, bad pieces of her sisters as well. I don't know why they came here. We all, in case anything happens, we all try to find each other, but why here? And why in that house?
So it is in chat.
Okay.
The
Maybe
symbol.
someone in the bar will know
The bar?
when we get there.
Oh,
When we get where we're going.
okay.
We
Ooh.
met at a bar and they sent us to the house.
Oh,
But
well, hopefully
right
they haven't.
before we were sent to this house, she said, I wasn't expecting her to go there yet. I can only assume she meant you.
Did she know my sisters were there?
You can ask her yourself soon.
Good.
Let's try to clear this image up.
Yes. So I guess as they would use that, trying to clear up the image and see if there's any other clues from that, just really kind of processing and documenting everything that was there. Would there have been any data dealing with the house itself, like being able to see images of how they got there, like what drew them there?
You would be able to. It's going to take a long time to dig through all of the. This will be something that.
This will take time to do.
This is going to take a lot of time to. Dig
We just
through.
downloaded an enormous database.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you will be able to get it. It will take.
It will take time.
Lots of time.
Well, there was my long-term aspiration. Yeah.
What does that do for us when we achieve a long-term aspiration?
Yeah.
That is a beat. Yeah, it's just supposed to be longer for some. Although you guys had done some long ones where I was like, oh crap, I kind of put that early.
So, you also get beats every time you proceed towards the long-term aspiration. So if mining that information was part of
So I've
Essie's,
dinged.
then you get a beat.
Cool. I need to write it down because I think that I just dinged from last time then.
Ding.
Ding. Yeah.
What about obsessions? Are they the same as
Same
aspirations
thing.
in
Yep,
that way?
except
Yes.
they're arcane
Yeah,
beats.
very cool.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Arcane, yeah.
Cool.
So the symbol that you were able to pull out once you clean it up a little bit with the help of Kilowatt is in chat. Now, Kilowatt, I will let you decide whether you as Kilowatt recognize that symbol.
Oh. Hold on.
It's
Zoom
in the,
chat?
No, it's in the
Discord.
Contagion Con.
Oh, okay.
chat.
Okay. I was on the other one.
You
So
as
personally,
a-
I don't recognize it.
Oh, personally, you do not? Okay.
No, because I'm not familiar with the setting.
Then we will leave it at that.
All right.
Ah. Well, we'll show everyone in the car when we get to the bar. Because what's it? Yeah, and I guess because there's the deviants, which we've not messed with in this game yet, or I have not personally. But
I had a kind of a backstory that Kilowatt had been scouted by a few different orders and organizations, but if it's any of those, I might know. But otherwise, if
If that's the case, you may have been approached by this organization. However, they probably did not use their name and were probably under some strange guise
Yep.
of, yes, we want you to do
I've seen it before, but they were
for us."
shady, and I
Yeah,
didn't trust them.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that, but to Essie, I'll let her know that I recognize it. It might be like a mage order of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Essie just documents that away. It's like, okay, mages have orders. Click.
All right. So as the time rolls by and you guys are pulling out that information, storing it away, like I said it takes about a half hour. By this time, you are rolling up on the top shelf.
Yeah,
I
Park.
don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
Yeah, Park, let Essie out of the trunk. Probably park in a way where like pulling people out of the trunk won't attract undue attention.
Yeah, the parking lot is kind of like off to the side, so.
Come on, we've all traveled somewhere in a trunk when we needed space. Come on, it's Chicago. It's fine.
Are everything okay?
Kilowatt was in the trunk too.
No, that's true. All of us piling out of it. I don't know. Something happened to where my sisters and I came from. People attacked it. I don't know why.
Ooh.
People don't like us very much.
I know.
Do you
But-
know who attacked it?
Yes, I saw this and would just gesture to Kilowatt to show the image on the computer.
Yeah.
There were people
should-
like you. Sorry.
As soon as she says that I can share it, I just hand the tablet with a couple of images that we pulled out.
So am I supposed to know, Dwayne, or not?
I think this is something that Santos would probably know.
So Arachi stormed your facility? Why?
I don't know. Do you know why? They were like you.
Oh, they're not like me. You don't know who Arachi is, to Irene. I Google Arachi.com and it's like every company you've ever heard of that makes anything. Here, this is them.
So it's like Pentex.
Yes.
That's why
It
they
is
were
our
shady.
world's version of Pentex.
Yes.
They specialize in digital entertainment, pharmaceuticals, renewable energy, genetically enhanced crops, biotech, space travel, and a
It's
few
the
other
Umbrella
things.
Corporation.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
In finance.
But they're so big that you can't really tell what any one thing they're doing.
Yeah, they have subsidiaries.
Yeah.
Now, because this company sounds so big, I feel like I must ask, does this jog any memories for me? Anything at all? Because they sound big
They have
and
been
they,
around for a while.
they sound like they deal in things that I deal in. So,
Yeah.
They were founded shortly after World War II, as the way they are now. So if you were awake during those periods, possibly.
yeah. Yeah, I was. History-wise. I wouldn't know that. Don't worry about it.
You wouldn't know that?
I
I will leave it up to Key to decide whether you would be awake and remember that. I mean, this is a big find. This is something that may trigger.
Yeah, I would have been awake at that time.
All right. So for you, when a quick memory bleed, you may have at one time, maybe even unbeknownst to you, dealt with them, whether it be for weapons trade, especially right after the war, a surplus of weapons, or ores, and even land. Infrastructure needed to be rebuilt. They probably may have sought one of your companies, perhaps co-finance the project.
Very interesting.
But definitely for Santos and SE and Kilowatt, now knowing who they are, the attack of I guess it would be up to Essie to determine how secure her facility was in the first place.
Well, our facility was known for, the same sort of thing, advancements in technology, etc. The SE models were established to be, it makes sense why maybe a bigger corporation attacked us, because a lot of what we did was like corporate espionage, blend in with the people, obtain information, and deliver it back to whoever rented us.
Surveillance robots.
Surveillance spots. Yeah, that's essentially what we are. So I suppose that Essie might relay some of that, but they would have been secure. It would be a bit ridiculous for a surveillance and security facility to be breached. So
Were your creators awakened?
Don't know. This is Essie's first brush with any of this as an unfleshed. She just knows
Because
what
if
her
they
future
weren't, a company like Orochi has awakened people. We can just step through walls, as you've seen.
That could explain it then. That seems to explain if they had, I don't know what a
typical computer protections don't stand 2 seconds against the force of magic.
Yeah. So perhaps it is a case of my sisters and I, learned too much and ended up getting tracked back to where it was. I don't know. This is all speculation as they're having
Yeah,
this.
we're chatting this out as
We're
walking
chatting. Yeah,
to
we're
the bar.
definitely chatting this out round robin in the parking lot.
It may definitely be something that you may be able to dive in deeper when you do this, extended
Extended data retrieval.
analysis of all the information that you've gathered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that you're in the parking lot of the top shelf, what do you do with the bodies? Do you bring them in with you, or do you just leave them in the trunk?
Lock them in. I don't know. Well, most of them don't have body parts to be able to. Well, because now that the little screw mechanisms are no longer being held together, right?
Yeah.
They can't really move.
We should probably leave them in the trunk. They have plenty of space. Eventually, we can try to reassemble them in my lab, if you wish.
I would like to see if we can. It may take time. Our parts are very complicated. Yes. So, is this where we are supposed to go?
Yes.
The person who knew I was here is in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. Follow me.
Okay. And Essie goes to follow her friend.
You probably come too. Nice lady. She says to Carol.
I am Caro. It is nice to meet you. Before we go in, I must know. By what alchemy do you make the trunk bigger?
I didn't do it.
Magic.
Yes, but how?
Because I want it to happen, so it does.
That does not answer my question.
I don't
Just
need
glare.
alchemy or tools.
Yes, the idea.
I raise an eyebrow next to Caro.
This dimension bends to my will because all dimensions bend to my will.
It is the true essence of magic.
I see.
It confuses me as well. Pat, pat.
I am sure you will be judged fairly for this. And Caro's just gonna, with that, while carrying her battle axe, just walk into the bar.
Oh, your gods won't judge me. Darker ones will. And they'll tear my soul apart.
That sounds bad.
Life is pain. And then I walk in the bar.
Not wrong on that, I guess.
So as you guys walk in, the proprietor, she already has drinks ready for you. The same 3 that you guys had ordered prior, same style.
We should drink them in toast to the Onyx Path for that raid.
Oh yeah.
Hello, thanks for the raid.
Hello, thank you for that.
Holy cow.
Oh wow.
Party at 81. Good Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people.
Welcome.
So, yes, you have the 3 of you have the same drinks that you had the last time. Caro, what would your
Favorite?
what would Caro be expect as an exquisite beverage?
Alright, so what Caro would expect is the most exquisite beverage, water. The fluid of life. But what she would probably be served is a bee's knees. A combination of gin, honey, and lemon.
Oh, good.
A bee's knees. A bee's knees it is. Essie, what would your obligatory You don't drink alcohol,
Right.
but nevertheless, a fluid is presented to you. Just like top of the line, high octane oil.
I was thinking either oil or those little containers of like fuel supplements that go into that you put into your car. They're over in the auto section. They're supposed to help make it run better. So it would probably be like that, like neat. Or something that's some sort of auto fuel.
Yeah, so your drink comes in a large pint. It's very black, awfully viscous. Although within the blackness of it, it has this strange, almost blue. It looks as if the color of it is alive as it swims through this black ichor. And thinking back, you remember that it's the same color of this essence that was drained.
My sisters.
Now, whether it's the same stuff, but it resembles that same power.
Like that coolant power,
that coolant power.
Awesome.
Motorcycle. A motorcycle drives by the bar.
Yeah, there we go. It's really bumping in the techno rave entrance.
And then she will hit it with a nitro hit to make it cool and bubbly.
Oh, cool. Essie would look at it just as like, I drink this. She's like, I've never had anything to drink before.
Now, Caro, your bee's knees, rather than just having the regular ingredients, she will actually give you chunks of a beehive with the actual, like, the honeycomb. It's kind of floating in it. It's very elaborate, very sexy. You like those kind of things.
Caro's going to stare at it for like a solid minute before sipping it. And then after that, just downs the whole thing.
Yes. She states, this one's on the house. No story required for this one. You guys have been through enough. I hope that your little excursion to find your, I guess you can call them compatriots, went well. I noticed that it didn't go totally to plan, but nevertheless, you're still alive. And she turns to Essie. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, but they were damaged. And I have so many questions. How did you know I was here? How did you know they were there? Did you know what happened where we came from? Did you know that they were doing that there? Can we begin? So she's just like, she's kind of like in like almost like short-circuity kind of.
You have many, many questions.
Yes, I have gathered many questions.
Answers around here come with fees, but there are a few that I will answer free of charge.
Do so.
How did I know that your compatriots, your sisters, were there? They had been flooding into the city for the past couple of months. Whether it was by chance or some other higher force, they decided to seek refuge in that building. Now, knowing what that building was, I probably could have stopped them, but try not to get in people's affairs.
But did you know what they were doing to us in there?
They? She looks at you with a very, very confused face.
Whatever changed them. They were being ripped apart and changed, and people were too. And Essie is looking to the rest of her compatriots is looking to the rest of her compatriots as if to say, we saw a person too, right?
They were making more of us. And that's wrong.
They were unmaking and remaking.
She looks to both Kilowatt and Santos, and they're like,
An
do not
entity had
explain
become-
any.
An entity had become trapped at the house, extra-dimensional. It thought it was creating children. It was very confused. We've destroyed the house, but the entity is still trapped in the city because of the contagion. It's just gonna go somewhere else.
I guess that's pretty close.
There is a plague afflicting your lands.
This entity that you say was in the house. It wasn't in the house. It is the house.
Yes, but the house is gone and it's still there.
It will merely find another one.
Correct. And do more of the same.
It doesn't do it out of spite for anyone. It doesn't lure anyone in with promises or anything like that.
I was brought here by a signal. Were my sisters brought here by a signal too?
Oh no.
Then how would they have been brought here? That was how I came.
No, they were not brought here. They came on their own. You only found 3 of your sisters, correct? I assume that there were many more.
Yes.
They probably came for the same reason that you did.
Looking for each other.
I'm sure that you will find more. Yes, it is the house.
I hope so. Nessie would sit there and look at the drink. Then would take a sip of it, just from having observed people, where they like take a thoughtful sip of something as they're thinking.
Well, since you are all still alive, I figure that you are capable of taking the other team's place, at least for the time being. And I have no one to run this place as of right now, so I'm going to leave it all to you.
Wait, what?
Yes,
Like,
everyone needs a family. I'm sure that you all can create a family here. This place is not just a regular bar. This place is special. As you've probably noticed in some form or another.
I think it's a bad idea. For me at least.
Oh?
Likewise.
People
Why is that?
don't like me.
Oh, believe me, anyone who comes in here will like you.
I'll work in the back. Someone else should be a bartender.
I don't drink. I do not think that I would be best serving drinks.
You know, the most important aspect of a bartender is to be able to listen. Something I think you would excel at, Nessie.
Yes.
Oh. Then I will try. Do you have... And Essie would sort of just lean over to Kilowatt. Could I use one of your computers to access the internet to learn to make drinks?
Yeah.
She would just
hold on, actually. I'll like dig and find like a burner data phone. Here.
And Essie just grabs hold of the phone, accesses the internet, and just tries her best to info dump how to make every drink known to mankind. It's just like
This is
You might want to just look them
interesting.
up.
Yeah, this is an interesting turn of events. But hey, that's how it turned out. That's how it turned out. So for the players, usually you are a part of some group, but in our last season, those groups kind of all went to shit, and now they're fighting each other.
Oh,
Thus,
we're friends.
right. Thus, a new group was formed by Tyler, and that group now persists. It is the what's the official name? Where's my cheat sheet? Oh. That's not it. And that's not it either.
Don't have mine either, not on that machine. It's all you, baby.
I know. Was it the Pythians of
Dacia.
Dacia, that's what it was. So, the Pythians of Dacia. And this will be your new family. Your new group. As long as you are running the top shelf. Now, with being part of this group comes awesome system stuff.
Okay.
In the form of vectors. These vectors all work around the aspect of Pythian alchemy, which is like super exciting for our money.
Who is the alchemist?
Who is the alchemist? So you would be super into this. So the idea of equivalent exchange.
I'm totally aware.
Yes. So this is going to be your info dump. So system-wise, you guys will be able to use your vectors in response to gaining a tilt or condition from an enemy by pretty much bouncing it back onto them. You can also cause a tilt or condition yourselves, but then you have to take the tilt or condition in return after it occurs.
Oh. So when I was creating this character, I asked if I could just create take a condition for no real reason.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think I want to take that to give it to everyone that I'm interacting with.
That'll be something
permanently.
Yeah. What condition is it, friend?
I just made it up. It's called Terrible Liar.
Oh, great.
Oh. Wait a second.
I'm already one of those, so...
Okay, wait. Prometheans, they inflict a condition on others, right? That's
yeah,
how
we inflict a...
disquiet works.
Disquiet, yeah.
And I have Sybaris that I inflict on people.
Now, this isn't
this is
something that
gonna
just
be
automatically happens. You can choose to do this. So if for some reason an enemy puts a condition or a tilt on you, you can use your vector to bounce it back to them.
Okay.
Or if you want to cause disquiet, you can cause it right away, and then you'll just have to deal with it later. However, this only works on enemies who are enemies of the Pythian.
And it's
So
not
if it's
just
any-
one condition.
It's multiple.
It's any tilter condition that exists.
Oh my gosh.
It's not
Okay.
free though. It's you have to. There's a
There are
limit.
roles. Yeah.
It's essentially a new power. That's how vectors work in Contagion Chronicle.
So, if you, the character, are the target of the tilt or condition caused by a hostile enemy,
Mm-hmm.
you have to roll either Wits and Craft or Wits
Ooh.
and Pythian Alchemy.
Wits. I'm good with wits and crafts. Let's go.
I'll be dumping all of this into chat either tonight or later.
In fact, can we do everything for me, wits and crafts? Thanks.
Pythian Alchemy, you have 1 dot in the stat per vector that we have.
And you will have at least 1 to start out. We'll figure out the second one later.
Where would so is Pythian Alchemy just for mummy?
No.
That's not a mummy
No.
thing at all.
No,
That's-
this is
Warble
Contagion.
Tales created this as a vector for
Yes.
this game.
Oh, fancy.
That's
really
This is all brand newness.
Yeah, vectors would go on your sheets in that free spot on the bottom left where you can add other traits.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And you would have it at 1 dot. Now, you all get a new kind of beats for Contagion
Yes.
beats, and that's how we increase vectors, but we have to pool them. It's a group pool. So we get the beats individually, but the cost is group-based to raise the ranks.
That's cool.
Yes. So every time,
we defeat a part of the Contagion, we get those beats.
yes, and then you can use those beats to power up your bar, pretty much.
I love that.
That is really cool.
All of this stuff lasts for 1 scene, so nothing will extend crazily outside. However, because you are all members of the Pythian now, you all get new edges. So we don't have any of those. For our mages and mummies, you get the Exchange of Enlightenment. Pythians with this edge can use an action to activate equivalent exchange in response to someone else they consider an ally, gaining a tilt or condition, if that condition muddles clarity or of thought, such as madness or false memory.
Or disquiet and Sybaris?
As long as it has to do with muddling clarity of thought.
Disquiet does that.
Yeah, disquiet is like it's the
Something's
condition
wrong
that-
here. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
sense
like
that's
other people
disquiet.
on the Prometheans, like I don't like that person. I don't even know why.
Then
Yeah.
Sybaris is existential dread.
That
So,
would, yeah.
sick.
a comment was made in the Discord too. Once you become members of the same vector, none of your things affect anyone else. We don't get Sybaris, you don't get quiescence, we don't get tilts from the Prometheans, we're immune to each other.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not gonna give
Nice.
you guys cancer.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no, that's not
Oh.
that's not a
Yeah.
Promethean tilt. I'm talking about the rage you cause in humans, or whatever your emotion is.
Okay. I guess keep taking your iodine, guys.
Essie's just like, as long as you don't melt my circuit boards, we're good, dude.
You guys will be good. So for the Prometheans, you get Exchange of Solitude. Pythians with this edge can use an action to activate equivalent exchange again. In response to someone they consider an ally, gaining a tilt or condition if it involves other people, such as enslaved or hunted.
So could my sisters and any of us in that thing, would it be counted as like under either that enslaved or hunted category with us in our current condition in this Prometheans of being made and unmade?
In a sense, however, they don't have a tilt, like that's the way they are.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's just like us as a people. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
For example, demons can become hunted due to going loud. So if an angel is looking for them, you guys would be able to activate that edge to bump it back.
Oh, hey, we encountered that on Tuesday.
We did. Does that come across any other things?
Yes, a lot of this stuff will cross over.
The romance plot. I mean, what?
There are not very happy angels in Chicago.
Well,
Oh yes, this will all be all new powers that you guys will be able to use.
I'm excited.
You can also exchange powers, or I shouldn't say powers, abilities, with any other Pythian for a scene. No dice rolls required, but you have to spend a point of temporary willpower.
So, like, I could give Kara one of my Olympics?
Yes.
Holy shit.
However, it has to be of equal. The exchange has to be equal. So if it's a passive power, you have to exchange a passive power.
Oh
If it's
my
active and
gosh.
has a fuel source, you have to use your own fuel source to activate it.
Okay.
That's really cool.
So we get to play. So that's so cool. That's like we get to play with each other's powers and everything within it too.
Ah.
Y'all want
some
to
things,
see stuff?
some things just can't be transferred. Like a mage's ability to work magic as it springs from their soul, so they don't have a fuel source.
If you can't power it with your fuel source, it doesn't transfer.
Yeah.
So like the fuel source for us, like as Prometheans, would be our pyros, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So anything that uses pyros can transfer. Anything that uses mana can transfer. I don't remember what it is for key, but anything that uses glamour.
Pillars.
Pillars can transfer, and then glamour powers for.
For
Changeling.
changelings.
Yeah.
Cool.
Huh.
That doesn't mean things that you can use the point for as a boost. Things that require the point are what you can transfer. Like a mage can use mana on a spell, you don't get spells. You can only do things we could actually do with mana by itself.
Attainments, though? Like, I could give somebody else the truth hijacking or whatever?
Correct. Because that relies on mana.
Oh.
However, if there is nothing to trade back, you can instead spend the willpower. Instead of it being temporary. You'll spend a second willpower.
We seem
And
to
if
be
you-
blowing Key's mind.
And if you don't have any fuel, you spend willpower.
I'm just thinking because my abilities are like become a god for the scene. Give
Oh my
a
God.
group of random mortals nightmares until they do what you want. Like,
we haven't had a mummy in this. You're the first
Yeah.
mummy, so
This is really
let's
cool.
see how this turns out.
Plus,
Give
you
those
have
powers
to.
to SC, see what happens.
Right, you have to allow it. We can't just take it from you and do mass nightmares. There needs to be a reason you need us to do it.
Yeah.
just flabbergasted.
Yes, and remember, it is equivalent exchange.
Is there anything equivalent to becoming a god?
Probably not. At least not right now.
Not
I don't
now.
know. Tyler, Anki might have some weird stuff.
Yeah,
Torments.
I got you.
Hell, it's just called Open the Gate. So I will let that sink into your guys' heads as it is. Are we going to take breaks during the con?
Yeah, 5 minutes if you're running 2 hours, 10 minutes if you're running 3.
So it is. It's 5:27. Why don't we take a quick 5-minute break?
Let Key sit there for a second.
Let Key get. Let Key splash some water on his face.
Mind blown.
And
We'll
then,
all be tiny gods.
yes,
My
they'll all be tiny
circuits.
gods.
Oh, my circuits.
Yes, I have 5:27. So what is 5 minutes from that? That's 32.
32.
Be back at 33, just because we need the extra 30 seconds. And I believe we are back. Again, Onyx PathCon. Make sure you guys check out here, Cultist Anonymous, where we are playing currently Plastic Age Plays, Dork Tales, and Vorpal Tales. And of course, the Onyx Path Publishing Twitch channel as well. See all of the different games going on and the panels that will be going on from today for the next dose days, 2 days, the 11th, 12th, and 13th. So welcome back to this iteration of the Contagion Chronicle, No Time for Reality, where our denizens of the dark just join the Pythians of word I forgot already.
Takia.
Yeah, there you go. I need to write that shit down.
type it in the thing. We'll need it.
Where they got some cool powers in the form of vectors, which is a special thing for Chronicles of Darkness. Darkness.
And we're being attacked by Windows Start menu.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh no. So after the proprietor, shares all of this information with you, telling you the cool things that you can do and the benefits of being part of this, quote unquote family now. It's a family business, if you will. Unbeknownst to all of you, and through the awesome power of RP, you now have a new lead bartender, Essie.
Yay!
Not how I was gonna go with it, but you guys just kind of pushed it that way. So
Sorry.
Essie, I will
Carol be the one teaching the actual art of bartending.
Essie will happily start off as a bar back.
I will explain to you all of the things that the bar can do and how the drinks work. Because there is a whole side of that.
I loved in the chat how someone said that Essie probably looked up the first thing on Google, said the old fashioned is the only real drink you need to know. Just serves everyone a version of the old fashioned.
Now, if you have not noticed that this bar is special,
it is.
And it'll be both my and Tyler's job to tell you guys all about it. Pretty much special drinks. This bar serves as a normal bar with the honky tonk on one side and the rave techno club on the other, and then the dive bar in the middle. The drinks in the dive bar every Thursday night is a special story time. Drinks are only given if you provide stories. These stories need to be of interesting. This is how the proprietor gets all of her leads and information and all of that kind of stuff. Plus, you guys can use this as a home base. And you also have a new friend. You guys get to keep the dog.
Hey!
Oh. The talking dog?
The talking dog.
Cool!
Ooh, okay. Now,
So if anything you've taken out of this, you have gotten a talking dog.
now would I be allowed to build a tomb in the bar?
Yes. This
Okay.
bar will, because it is a special bar, it will change however you wish it to be. If you wish to change the aesthetics of it, if you want the dive board to be more like a shenanigans, then it can be like a shenanigans. If you don't want the honky-tonk bar on the left side anymore, you can change it to whatever you want. This was all based off of the last
We'll have
tree.
the pyramids themed bar in one
Pyramid
side.
themed bar with a back room that no one's allowed to go into.
No, that if you go in there, you get cursed by the mummy.
Oh yeah, but that's just a side effect.
Yes, so this bar, as it stands now, is based off of the last crew.
I will make a bar to stand the test of time.
But myself and Tyler will help all of us offline. Yes. Yes, offline we will reestablish this bar in your however you guys want to do it. But for the time being, the proprietor, after she explains all this to you, she looks at all of you. She hands the keys to Santos. She says, well, I feel that you've been, at least in the bar, the most. I feel that these keys would be best in your hands for the time being.
I just nod.
I can't believe you gave the keys to the only person who doesn't need them.
I'll miss you.
Now, if you need anything from me,
To her, not to Kilowatt.
if you need anything from me, please don't be afraid to ring. But having said that, I will take my leave.
One thing before you go.
Yes.
Do you recognize me? At all?
No,
Okay.
not in this form. Good night, everyone. She walks out.
Well, all right then.
Wasn't planning on joining a new group today. For some reason, I didn't feel like saying no. I find that strange.
Clearly, you can feel the call to serve.
Power of suggestion.
Yeah, Irene still looks extremely uncomfortable with all of this.
Essie still keeps glancing towards the door, remembering her sisters are in the trunk of the car. Well, if we have this place here, we could put them back there and try to help them. Yes?
Yeah.
Might find my basement lab has more equipment that you need.
Then we could bring them there too.
There's a couple extra rooms in my house if anyone
I laugh
needs.
at that. When Kilowatt says that, I laugh and I said, come on. And I take them into the back of the bar, which my character would know is basically the TARDIS. And I just point out, like, endless rooms.
Oh,
Also, those other two bars, do we still want them to be a honky-tonk and a rave club? They can be whatever we want. When I first came here, they were not those.
This, how do you say honky tonk? It must go.
The noises from there hurt my ears.
What's your favorite kind
yeah,
of
I'm
music,
more into the
Kilowatt?
techno club.
Yes. What kind of music is Kilowatt into?
I said I'm more into the techno club myself. Yeah.
The techno club has good that one. It is very nice. I enjoy the lights. I do not like the honky tonk.
Essie and Irene. What kind of music, if any, would you enjoy?
Whatever's on the radio.
Essie says, how does one like something? We could spend this time to find out what music she likes to work me towards getting to my Elpis, which is feeling joy. So we could just keep cycling through until we find something she likes.
Actually, with you, I'm guessing it's pretty easy.
Eat boop.
I'll walk over to Essie and grab Essie's hand and put them on the keys. And I'll be very surprised if the thing that appears next door is not an internet cafe.
Internet cafe with smooth jazz.
Wow.
The spa music. No. But that would be kind of funny.
Let it be done. You were the
Yeah,
first person
that's
to
what
speak the truth.
If that's
You were
what
the first person to speak a desire about it.
correct, that's how it works.
There
If
you
that's
go.
what the player wants, that's what manifests.
That's what it is.
There we go.
So you now have a techno rave bar and an
Yeah.
internet cafe with smooth jazz.
Then I walk over to... I feel like the other one would be fun if I grabbed both Kilowatt's hand and Irene's hand, and we morphed the techno club into still a techno club, but like the lighting effects are now way cooler and it's all radioactive themed.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. Bunker
Oh.
bar.
I love the suggestion in the
Best-
chat.
The best light show in the city because we have a forces mage.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the we definitely need the hookah bar.
I think the hookah bar.
That's a good
Hookah
one,
bar.
Betty.
The hookah bar, yes.
I
All
would
right.
need to replace one of these two.
Okay, replace the
Wasn't
internet
there-
cafe with the hookah bar. That's really cool.
No, it could be an internet cafe hookah bar. They could go together. Trust me.
Oh wait. Okay, so it's gonna be like ancient library like theme in there, like just knowledge.
A bunch of like old bookshelves.
Yeah, like old bookshelves with like the plush couches and everything, the hookah bars, and like maybe
Any pillars in there have to be carved with messages.
yeah. Karo was here.
Just
Um,
long messages
but,
that
like-
boil
like-
down
like-
to
imagine
Karo
it's
was
like like, but that's what all of the pillars say. Karo
Yeah, and
teaches
it's like
everyone to write their name.
It's the common theme of ancient technology meets
New technology.
new technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you walk into Indiana Jones's office, but it's got internet and coffee and pillars and like
So it's like Marrakesh meets Milwaukee.
I dig it. That's actually like that's the name of the bar is now called Marrakesh.
Marrakesh,
Marrakesh.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. There you go. Put it down in the recap.
And one more thing, if I may.
Mhm.
It has to all be symmetrical. Like the layout of the floor plan in
Oh,
this side of it.
With the
The
geometry
geometry.
and the floors and the like
Mm.
everything with that 100%. Oh no, my light's about to die. Oh god.
Awesome. So you guys have your bar, and as Santos has shown you that the dive bar the back of the dive bar is not just a kitchen and storerooms. There is a multitude of rooms that can be gone into places of rest for our changeling who is not here. A possible. Did we have an entrance to the hedge prior?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's totally another arcane beat for me, probably. Right?
Can't see it without her. I have to wait till next week.
Oh. No, the shifting rooms.
That would count as an extra dimensional space, which you already got from the trunk.
Oh, yeah, I did. All right.
Yep.
You're right.
But did you ever mark one down for the talking dog?
No.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, talking dog.
Talking dog. They just get so many beats.
Yeah, like he was, like Narf was saying offline, like they were saying, the book specifically references that, and it says, how do you stop mages from getting too many arcane beats? The answer is you don't. That's the point.
So where you go from here is completely up to you guys. You know that the contagion is running rampant through the city. You still have personal questions of, what is going on, why you're here, for some of you.
Where's my cult? Questions on everyone's minds.
No, you mean the ones you killed in your own?
Yeah.
Where you even came from. As you were just one of the random ones that showed up.
Kilowatt, I think, still a little nervous about moving all their shit here. Would probably still suggest that the gear that I have, I mean, maybe this place can fabricate a laboratory for us overnight, but at least for now, I think that's probably just as good a place for us to set up and try to work on these.
Yes, the way that the bar works is pretty much you have one personal space that you can set up however you need, whether it be a laboratory for kilowatts.
Can I have a fallout shelter in the basement?
Yes, if that is what you want.
Yes.
Also, a lot happened in that first session, but the former owner told us you're not radioactive in here. It's completely suppressed.
Yes, inside the bar you are.
Once you pass through the door, though.
Not only is it beneficial for the team, but it's beneficial for the customers. You don't want customers just passing out from radiation poison.
Yeah, that'd be bad. I would like to get a new short-term aspiration. Get comfortable serving someone a drink.
I would like a short-term aspiration. Master small talk. Attempt small talk.
Is that a short-term aspiration or is that a long-term?
That
sounds like a long-term to me.
That could be a long-term aspiration.
I mean, in all honesty,
you just finished the one
yeah.
you wrote on your sheet, so
I'm
I did,
38
yes,
years
I
old
did.
and have not yet mastered small talk.
That's true. That's true. People who aren't androids haven't figured that out yet. Or I guess improve small talk. Improve. Because that's the other thing too. Because I think that almost like directly challenges disquiet as well. Because one of the things is like people just look at people and get annoyed, or they look at Prometheans get annoyed easily. And I think that would kind of, with Essie knowing what a bartender needs to be versus what she's capable of doing. I mean, it might be an inachievable one, but we could try.
You can try.
Bar talk.
before Kilowatt leaves, or whatever, Irene, we had this stuff in your car. You think you could give me a ride back to my place?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll bring some things here, and we could probably set up here tomorrow, Essie. But you're welcome to join me for now.
Okay. Sure.
Yes.
I too need things retrieved from my place.
I can give everybody a ride.
Very good. You will be rewarded.
We should probably get the people out of the trunk, though. I don't know where to put them.
We can keep them in the back here. There are many rooms.
Okay. So, since the magical expanding trunk only lasted for a scene.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get them out of there.
They're probably very squished right now.
Whoop.
Well, I mean, technically they're not together, so they probably fit quite nicely in the trunk. So, yeah.
They're compacted.
They're not very tall, so.
They're so
Compact.
gruesome, though.
So as far as before you guys head out, so as far as your personal spaces, Kilowatt has his little laboratory, Irene's fallout shelter. Caro, I'm assuming somewhere in the back you have your
tomb.
Essie and Santos.
Well, I have the trait, or one of my merits is sleepless, so I don't need sleep.
This doesn't have to be a place where you sleep. It can be something, a place that allows you to focus your powers, or something that you excel at. For you, it could be, a special computer room. Or...
Yeah, I was about to say something that looks similar to like a server room. Like if there's, just a server room. That way, I could especially have access to the internet and to different waves and such. With it, and especially with anything that's got any sort of technological, like the spare parts room. That's my room, the closet.
You have the warehouse room.
The warehouse back there where I can just with full of wires and metal and everything.
There's no
the equivalent of the junk drawer in the kitchen.
I assume that Santos/Anki's room no one has ever been into, and as soon as you open the door, there are just screams that come out of it, and then he walks in and then the door shuts.
No, it has a very specific design, but no one should go in there. They wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
There's no noise though. There's an unsettling lack of noise.
It's the quietness of death.
It's that weird, that quiet, tinnitus sound that you get when there's no sound.
Yes.
I hate that.
Like if you're in a recording studio but nobody's recording.
That's weird. Okay, so you guys have your rooms, your personal rooms. I'll have to get online with Emma next time to figure out what their room is. So you guys are going to head to Kilowatts to pick up stuff. Caro needs to go pick up stuff from... Where is Caro picking stuff up?
From the museum, the old tomb. I have a series of canopic jars that I need to check if they are still there, along with any sort of relics or anything that I feel the public should not be looking at on a daily basis.
Okay. So where do you guys head to first?
I'm not there. The dog and I have things to do.
Okay.
I'll probably take Caro first, because we probably want to take care of that before the museum opens and they find all them dead bodies.
Now I wish
Sure.
I had the freaking utterance that allowed me to raise the dead to serve me. Dang it. We're doing this by hand, alright. Okay.
All right, so you guys head back to the museum. I'm guessing that you take Essie's sisters out of the trunk and stick them in Essie's storeroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them kind of propped up in there. Then all of the arms and stuff that fell off of them.
So you head to the museum. And right when you get within a quarter mile of the museum, you start to hear the sirens.
Oh no.
And as the museum comes into view, you just see police cars, ambulances, federal vehicles.
Good.
A large perimeter has been set up around the museum. There's onlookers. Bodies are being pulled out by EMTs, placed in vehicles.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so first thing Karo is going to do is just exclaim, "What are they doing? What are they doing? My tomb! No!"
Can I tune the radio to the police frequency?
I would believe that Kilowatt probably had her way to do that.
I don't. What happened?
If I'm in the
Hold
car,
on, let me do some calculations real quick.
I was about to say, if I'm in the car with them, couldn't I help assist with that too? Was I in the car with them?
Yeah, I assume. Unless you say otherwise, I'm assuming you all kind of go together, except for Santos, who has
Business.
business with the dog.
By the time you come back, we'll be fully staffed and open.
Yes, it is completely up to you guys how you wish to staff and run the bar. However, Thursdays have to be open.
By the time they get to their first stop, I've already hired a very saucy waitress who very much likes to hit the bottles and is the backup bartender, as portrayed by Kristen Ritter.
Nice.
Who may or may not be a demon.
May or may not. Just
May or may not.
leave that open-ended.
Okay,
Do you still want to go inside?
go inside.
Could
They
I?
are
Mm-hmm. How many?
They are desecrating my tomb. I cannot let
there's
this happen.
a lot of guns here, like a lot.
A lot of what?
Guns,
Guns.
weapons.
Guns, weapons. And Cairo just takes the shotgun and points it at Irene, just kind of casually, like, "Is this a gun?"
Yes.
Just the random shotgun that you had.
Supposed to
All right.
point that in at people unless you mean to shoot them, but you could probably shoot me and nothing bad would happen. No bad things would happen.
Chance die for paradox is a 2, which I think is good, right?
Means you get no paradox.
Correct.
All right. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Two successes. Oh, one of those is a 10. 3 successes to
Alright.
retune the car's radio frequency to the police radio to answer the question of what's going on.
Yeah, so as soon as you grab that dial, static discharges from your fingertips, and it kind of does that weird, like, as it hits like 9,000 different frequencies.
And then it's a concentration spell, so it's gonna break as soon as I let go of this radio effectively. So
And then you get the Chicago PD police channel, the police scanner channel. And all over it talks about how there was an incident at the Chicago Natural History Museum, multiple casualties. They're unable to find. They're still investigating on what exactly happened. They believe it to be some type of robbery, as many items are missing. Because of the nature of the bodies that were discovered, they believe it to be an inside job. But that's about all you can get from the scanner itself. They've asked for outside help, and a interagency task force has been formed.
Can we get an idea of how many people are inside or here?
There's like a
based on
good,
like cars and radio traffic?
yeah, just based on the cars themselves, there's probably a good 25 people. Ranking anywhere from your beat cop all the way up to some detectives and federal agents.
How important is it that you get in there?
Just turn. I will not rest until I get what is mine. You do not have to come with me.
Go alone.
They do not stand a chance.
Are you gonna kill them? Please don't kill them. They're just trying to do their job.
They are trespassing.
I mean, maybe we can trick them.
Caro is going to step out of the car,
Oh.
axe in hand,
Good.
because
Caro,
I am
wait!
domineering, careless, and resilient. I am technically fulfilling all three of my virtues and vices.
Excellent.
How much I get rewarded is up to you. But
Well,
I'm
if you're
doing what
fulf- if
nobody
you're-
else is willing to. I am doing a display of power, and I am throwing my well-being to the wind.
As he gets out of the car, hold on. I'll let go of the radio and spend some mana to make us invisible.
No.
I already
okay.
do that, but you go ahead.
Well, I'll stop sound and everything else too, so because
Okay.
forces can do that.
Nice.
Oh, in the dark invisibly.
Yeah. I'm spending the mana so that I can get it to last for this scene.
Okay.
Oh, holy shit, that's a lot of tens. I don't think it really matters though, because I already have 5 successes.
All right. So you are able to get your duration and for the crew, visibility and silent moving.
Versus 3. All right.
Is this concentration as well?
No,
Okay.
This one I'm using Yantra's. You taking out some tools from my bag, drawing a like ritual circle real quick, and then like everything standing in it, like you can feel like a bubble kind of form around us. That light looks a little weird, and like you don't really hear much outside sound either.
Kind of all muffled.
Yeah. And be like, we are surrounded. They can't see us. They can't hear us. But let us move quick. I don't know how long this will last.
Okay.
All right. So, Caro would be storming up to the museum and then using, by steps unseen, hide to sneak up on these intruders.
I mean, for your definition of intruder, there are a lot of intruders.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Like, what are they gonna do? Kill me?
I mean, for you, they are intruders. But for everyone else,
these are police officers.
Yeah, they're just doing their job.
To everyone else, these are civil servants. They're doing their job. To me, they are desecrating sacred property and
They can't see you.
they
Let's
can't see
just
me.
go.
Ah,
They can't see any of us. They can't hear us. Just get what we need and let's go. Doing anything to these people would only bring more questions, more intruders.
It's within my decree to just be like, let them come. They will know my wrath. I will outlast them.
I feel like
Oh,
it'd
Carol.
be logical soon enough, though, for you to realize this is not a tomb. This is a public building. What's wrong with this situation?
This is... Something is incredibly wrong. If anyone brings that up to Caro, like, this is a public building, this isn't even a tomb.
I mean, you heard that on the police scanner that it was at the Museum of Natural History. Like, you know where we are.
Alright, yeah. Alright.
Does it process though? Or are you still like, must
I could be like, this is a museum. This is not your tomb.
But once we get the things, we can make your tomb where we just were. A new tomb. And no one will touch it.
Alright. Fine.
Guess I won't kill anybody. Kicks a rock.
One must know my face. One must know the message. That is my one condition.
Fine.
And with
Just give me
that,
what you need and let's go.
So you're able to, with the bubble, you're able to make it past all of the individuals outside, past the police line, all the way up the steps, and you make it inside the museum. Their things get a little bit more tight because there's more people inside. People looking at getting blood samples, footprints. They're looking at the bodies. Some of them are at the information desk where the security guard should have been, and are going over the videotapes.
oh,
I mean,
Oh, no.
museums are designed to have a bunch of people walking through them, right?
Yes.
I assume we can keep the bubble away from like bumping into people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just stay close. If I start tugging on your shoulder, just stay with me. Where was it that you came from?
I come from... Just kind of trails off for a moment. Iran.
From Iran?
Iran. It was my memory, it fails me.
But I meant not here.
Oh,
I like point to the different rooms, right? Which
Oh.
way?
this way.
Where did you wake up?
Caro is going to try and find the place that looks like where she woke up from, because she doesn't 100% remember that either.
Yeah, so they actually have it's like a special exhibit of ancient and lost civilizations. And you were actually the centerpiece of that exhibition.
Now, how is the geometry in this room? Is it like
Awful.
off? Oh, they did me dirty. Ah, my cult. No, they're not my cult anymore. I'm disowning them. Outright.
Well, that's convenient.
Oh.
I mean, looking at it, if it was just centered on you, then the geometry would be okay. But based on the size of your sarcophagus, it looks like they had to put it like just slightly off to the side. So it's, it's like 5 feet off.
The most annoying mistake ever.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We must.
And the only reason that they did that is they had to make enough room for the fire exit. It wouldn't have like been in standard if it was over far enough.
At least your tomb is up to fire code.
Yep. If anything were to be set on fire, I'd be able to run away.
It would have been blocking an exit if it would have been like 100% symmetric.
Karo would also be looking like at the walls for weapons and armor and any like scripture, anything that needs to go.
Yeah, let's take a tour of this place, real quick. This room.
Even with like police doing patrols around Karo is just like gingerly walking around, muttering in Aramic, the old language of the mummies. Just this was not supposed to be here. This is wrong.
Yes, as before, when you had first awakened, there's a lot of things that are in this room. A lot of different, not tapestries, but old writings, whether it be on papyrus or scrolls. The room itself doesn't seem to hit any one specific time period. It's kind of a mishmash of, this was found. We believe it to be at this time period. Either the peoples that had to do with it are either totally lost, or we have no explanation of why it's here. You see some Incan things, you see some Mayan things, Egyptian, some Southeast Asian stuff. All things that tend to be around strange happenings in the world, either civilizations disappearing overnight, stuff like that. Weapons of those civilizations, weapons that cannot be placed.
Would any of these items jump out as vessels? Vessel being like any object created or imbued with the energy that animates mummies. So like magic items for mummy.
Yes. In front of your sarcophagus proper, as it was kind of at an angle so that everyone could get a good look at it. As it was on display, there was a smaller glass container in front of your sarcophagus, which did hold 3 either vases or containers. However, 2 of them are missing, and the third one is smashed.
All right, Karo's going to go over to the smashed vessel and nod thoughtfully. And assuming it's not like a relic from Irem, it's going to start just cannibalizing the essence of it. Just kind of holding the pieces, maybe like crushing a piece in her hand.
And does it get enveloped by your body?
It just gets destroyed.
Okay.
The energy within it does get enveloped. So I would gain pillar points from minor items that aren't relics.
Yeah, so this is not a relic. These were pretty much made to... this isn't something that you would have known as Karo, but because you are as civilization now knows mummies, they always had these, they always had urns that had the parts that were removed, be the heart, the brain, and whatnot.
No.
So because you were on display as an unknown mummy of an ancient civilization, they had to placate it as yes, these belong to this.
Oh no, those would be canopic jars.
Yes.
Oh, are they my canopic jars? Or would it have been my canopic jar?
No.
Okay. Haro's going to nod. And vessels are rated 1 to 5, just as like a power rating.
Okay.
If this is a vessel proper, what would its rating be? Because I would be gaining that as pillar points.
1.
1, okay.
Because it is smashed. But the other 2 are nowhere to be seen.
We must keep looking. Kara is going to turn to her new Promethean friends and just ask, more as a statement though, but ask, can you move my sarcophagus?
Like lift
Like
it?
pick it up?
Pick it up.
Oh, I don't know if the bubble's that big.
This is where it gets interesting.
Damn it. We should have brought Santos.
By now we have a cook.
If we must grab it last, then we must grab it last.
Yeah, let's see. You said there were 2 others?
Jars.
Um,
These were not them.
Yes, the canopic
Is there-
jars. There are 2 more somewhere. They
Are
are no longer
there-
in the case.
Are there like electronic panels or of any sort with like info, like just things that might be on some sort of network within the building that like are showing like, here is this tomb, blah 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 blah.
No,
Something
in-
I can latch onto.
In
Something
that, the only actual technology itself would be at the information desk at the front of the building.
which is where everyone's looking at the security footage.
Right. Yeah, because it is connected to the security network. As far as any writings, it is still, even though it is our time and date, the museum itself is slightly archaic and still uses the printed, sheets of paper where they replace it, when they have a new. There's no interactive like touch here to learn about ancient Egypt.
Oh, gotcha.
I assume if this case was broken, that they would have taken whatever artifacts to a secure room, someplace they store artifacts between. Can you find any rooms like that in the building? Maybe.
I have. What do I have? I think I have piercing sight, which I believe is like X-ray glancing.
Yes.
And then
So I think, yeah, if you had X-ray, I think what we'd be looking for there would be like not being able to see into a room because it's secure, like a vault.
So if we moved our way back, like into like back rooms, and then kind of looking from there, or is that, I'm down for whatever. Just want to know what to click.
A kilowatt. You as a normal human, you would know that this museum would have some type of vault where they, whether they stored stuff between showings or if they were bringing stuff in. I mean, it's just like any other.
I'm assuming it'll be in a basement, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
look for like
some-
an access stairway.
Yeah. Somewhere behind some type of door that would need either security access or employee access, something like that.
Sure. Find the stairs, go down.
Mhm.
Probably be
Okay.
faced by a keypad of some sort.
Yeah. as you
Shall
guys start,
I? Or,
Yeah.
if you can manage it, it would be better, as I need to maintain this bubble.
Okay. I think it looks like this. It uses. I think it uses 2 pyros, wits plus composure, plus Azov. So as far as my dice roll, thinking, that sounds okay.
All right.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that would be spending 2 pyros to look through. I think. All right. Wits, composure, and Azov. So that's going to be 6. Let me see if I can roll this thing. Whoop. That little code again. All right, here we go. All right, so that's 6. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure because Azov didn't have like a button for it to measure, right? Right. 3 successes. One of them. Well, I guess it went ahead and re-rolled that too.
I
Okay.
re-rolled it.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, with your piercing sight, you can pierce the veil of the walls, seeing that on the opposite side of the main atrium, there is an employees only exit or entrance that leads to a couple of back rooms, probably where they, do upkeep on the different items that are run in the museum, and then there is a secured vault 1 floor down.
I would relay this to the group.
As you guys are, because you're still kind of in the tomb area, the ancient civilization room, there are a lot of people, still looking at the bodies of these security guards that are laying. So most of them have been taken out. There, a few of them are still being looked at. You see a lot of men in black suits taking blood samples, and Caro, you remember that a lot of them, the blood was not red as a normal person would have, but a lot of them were bleeding black. And I need everyone to give me wits and composure. Or at least everybody is there.
Yeah.
I have a success.
Sorry, my browser's being slow.
Wow. I don't know if Mage Sight helps at all for that peripheral, but
2 successes.
No, this is not a
Yeah.
mage sight thing.
I did well. I got 3 successes.
I'm concentrating too much on the bubble and notice anything outside of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Caro and Irene, you all notice that the individuals that seem to be that are like really involved in taking all these blood samples, all seem to be they're all wearing that same black suit. They don't look like irregular beat cops. And on every single one of them, you see they're all wearing a pin. A strange little, like, circular looking pin. Doesn't really mean anything to you guys. However, Essie, you've seen that sign before.
Uh-oh. Does it happen to be the same symbol that I saw?
Yes. Does it happen to be a square triangular circle?
A square triangular circle? Yeah.
Yes.
Weren't we all shown that logo?
I think we all were shown that.
Oh, did you?
logo.
Okay, did you all get shown?
Yeah, like with the tablet.
Yeah, because
right.
Irene was like, "What's Orochi?"
Yep.
That's right. So yes, you all see that with the exception of Kilowai. So you now know that, at least for now, whether they're doing anything bad or good, they have agents on the scene. And that will probably put a little wrench in your plans if someone as powerful as Orochi is on the scene. However, we're not going to be able to go and find any of Karo's stuff today because we're at the end of our session.
There you go.
A couple minutes passed, but that's okay because it's a con. Kind of just
It's
roll
the
with what
con.
we got. Yes, so we hope you all enjoyed this short little tale. And if you guys do love the game, Contagion Chronicle, make sure you guys check it out and get a copy. And help to get more games going. Try to mold everything into one giant story. And be sure you stay tuned to us, Horrible Tales. Going to be playing on Occultist Anonymous, Horrible Tales channel itself, Gauge Plays, and on Dork Tales. So make sure that you show your love to all of them, and including the Onyx Path Publishing Twitch channel proper. And be sure to check out our YouTube to see all of this game and many more of our Onyx Path games that we do every day of the week, pretty much. Make sure that you guys check us out, Horrible Tales on Twitch, our YouTube, and VorbalTales.com, our official website, which has all of our merch, our Patreon, and all of our social media links. And you can enjoy all sorts of Onyx Path deliciousness that we have, including Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf, Mage, 1 and 2, Awakening and Ascension, and all of these they came from. But be sure to give Onyx Path Twitch a follow, drop a follow to Horrible Tales, and right here on Occultist Anonymous. All the support you guys give us keeps this cool thing like this con going. And of course, because the con is ongoing for the next 2 days, today, tomorrow, and the day after, make sure that you guys check out all of the awesome panels and shows that will be going on. We currently... Who is going on right now? Let's see who we can raid. Who's the next?
Nothing till 7.
Nothing till 7. Well, that's... Well, Onyx Path is there no panel going on?
No, it's over.
Oh. Well. That's... unfortunate. Well, if that's the case, why don't I let my players tell everyone who you are, remind everyone who you are playing today, and maybe the next time they can see you in this con.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, including on Twitch, where I like playing Mass Effect Legendary in the evenings. As far as the convention, you will see me tomorrow for Victorian Mage. I'm looking forward to it. I will also be in the Rich Bastards Guide. And on Sunday, I will be running a post-con show, Starlight and Smoke. It is V20 Sabbat.
And I am Eldridge Echoes. You can find me next getting stabbed in They Came From Camp Myrtle Lake at 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow I am running Mage of the Ascension Technocracy Reloaded, followed by Mage of the Ascension Victorian Era. And on Sunday, Mage of the Ascension Rich Bastard's Guide to Magic. Oh, and I will also be playing in They Came From Classified on Sunday.
Hi, my name is Mare. You can find me at Oh Hello Mare here on Twitch and on Twitter. I like playing a lot of chill, good vibes games here on Twitch, as well as any story-based games here. And you can find me next at this con in basically following Tyler around. So I'm going to be in They Come From Camp Murder Lake within the next hour. Then tomorrow I will be doing Mage 20 Technocracy Reloaded, and same thing with Mage Victorian. And then after that, you will find me on Vorpal Tales Tuesday, doing Mage the Awakening. So we got all sorts of stuff. Look forward to seeing y'all.
Hello, I have been Caro, the Mummy. I'm also Truki-sama on Twitter. You can find me in about 20 minutes in the Squeaks in the Deep Pugmire on Plastic Age Plays. You can find me tomorrow on Vorpal Tales in Trinity Continuum Assassins. Check it out. It'll be great.
Hi, I'm Corey. I was playing Kilowatt, the Obermost Mage, and you can hang out with me in chat while I run a couple of panels later with people. But for as far as games that you can see me in, I've got the Mage 20 Technocracy Reloaded tomorrow that Tyler is running. I'm also doing a Frostlands of Finrelic with Patty at 8 on Saturday, and then Scion Dragon V Masks with Chaz at 2 on Sunday, and I'm super excited for all 3 of those games.
Yes, and again, I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi on most of the internet places. I will be playing with Key in Squeaks from the Deep over on Plastic Age Plays in the next 20 minutes. And then you will see me again running. I don't even know what I'm running anymore. I'm so confused all the time. I will be playing in Technocracy Reloaded with Tyler and Mare and Narf. And then I will be running a Deviant the Renegade. I do believe that is on Sunday. And then I will also be running a Scion game on Saturday. I can't remember the time, but I will get back to everybody on another pluggable that I will do in a later game. But again, make sure you guys check out all the coolness that is going on with this con. Check out the new Trinity Continuum Aberrant release, the Exalted Essence Kickstarter, and all of the super saving bundle deals that you can get all over Drive-Thru RPG and Indie Press Revolution from Onyx Path Publishing. With that, we will bid you all adieu, but stick around here on Cultist Anonymous in the next 20 minutes if you guys are looking to watch some mage action. Other than that, we will see you around the con.